Have you ever heard of a phone call at exactly 3:17 a.m.? This time is often called the witching hour, or devil's hour in many legends. A moment when the veil between worlds grows thin, and mysterious forces may reach out to us. If you ever receive a call at this uncanny hour, what would you do? Welcome to the Nightmare Investigator, your gateway into the darkest, most unsettling tales collected from Reddit's no-sleep community and beyond. Today, I want to share with you a chilling, true-inspired story about a woman who received such a call at 3:17 in the morning, and the horrors that unraveled about the very person she trusted most. Brace yourself, keep your volume up, and don't miss a single detail, because sometimes a phone call at 3:17 a.m. can change your life forever.
What would you do if your phone rang deep in the night at exactly 3:17 a.m.? Would you dare to answer and listen to a mysterious warning? For the first time in my life, I truly felt happy, lying beside my boyfriend Ryan. He seemed like the perfect man, sweet, caring, willing to do anything for me. But everything changed in one terrifying moment that week. I was sound asleep when my phone rang. My eyelids heavy, I glanced at the clock, 3:17 a.m. Who would call at this hour? A chill crept down my spine. I reached over to pick up the phone. Taking a deep breath, I whispered, "Hello." A raspy, whisper-like voice answered.
Ryan has a second phone. It's hidden above the shower behind a loose ceiling tile. Go check it.
I stood frozen, heart pounding. Was this some kind of prank or a dark warning I couldn't ignore? Before I could respond, the line went dead. A mix of fear and curiosity propelled me out of bed. I tiptoed carefully so as not to wake Ryan, who remained in a deep sleep. Standing on the edge of the bathtub, I searched for the loose tile. At first, I found nothing. Relief washed over me. But then, right above my head, my fingers touched something hard. A phone. I couldn't believe it. Could Ryan, the man I loved, be hiding such a secret? And who knew about it? Was it one of Ryan's friends trying to warn me? I switched it on. There was no passcode. Opening the messages, I was confronted with hundreds of texts dated over a year. Conversations with someone named Jasmine. They even mentioned me.
Carla is causing trouble again. She never leaves me alone. You need to leave her, babe. I need you. I love you.
Tears streamed down my face. My heart shattered. How could he do this to me? I stumbled back to the bedroom, throwing the phone at Ryan as I shouted. He showed no remorse, simply asked how I found out. That night, I kicked him out. I told him never to return. He grabbed what he could and threatened to come back for the rest, but I swore he would never step foot in my home again. Sobbing, I called my sister. She promised to stay with me for a few nights in the guest room. We watched some movies, drank wine, and ordered takeout. It helped a bit, but my soul was still shattered. I told her I would head to bed around 11 p.m. and fell asleep quickly, probably helped by the wine. Then I was jolted awake, my phone ringing on the bedside table. Still tipsy, I almost forgot the previous night's events. I told my sister, who guessed it might be one of Ryan's friends feeling guilty. I stared at the screen, again, 3:17 a.m., glowing in stark white digits. My hands trembled, heart pounding uncontrollably. After a moment, summoning all my courage, I answered, Hello! Silence. Then the raspy voice whispered again.
He left something behind. Under the floorboard. The third one from the wardrobe.
The call ended. I called for my sister but got no reply. She must have fallen asleep on the couch downstairs. I paced, then retrieved a flathead screwdriver from the bathroom and knelt before the wardrobe. Counting carefully, I pried up the third floorboard. Beneath was a small bag. I restored the floor, set the screwdriver on the side table, and sat cross-legged on the bed. Inside the bag was an engagement ring, the very one Ryan had told me he was saving to give me, but never did. I stared at it with disgust, thinking about how deeply he had betrayed me. Suddenly, a tiny USB flash drive slipped out. It read SanDisk 64 GB. Curious, I plugged it into my laptop, Folders named after many girls appeared. Opening the first folder horrified me. Photos showed girls sleeping, some with Ryan holding a knife near their throats. Hundreds of pictures of different women, each folder ending with the same sickening image, the woman lying naked on the bed, throat slit, covered in blood. Ryan stood beside her, grinning sinisterly, gripping the knife. All folders were the same, except mine. My head pounded. I felt nauseous, nearly fainting. The man I loved was a psychotic killer, and he was planning to add me to his terrible collection. There were pictures of me asleep, with Ryan holding the knife near my throat, just like the others. Just as I was about to run downstairs to my sister, the phone rang again. The screen read 3:17 a.m., an unknown number calling. I answered, bewildered. The voice said,
"He's here. Ryan is downstairs. He's about to come up."
The line cut off. I dropped the phone. Then I heard his footsteps. I panicked, but grabbed the screwdriver. Hiding behind the door, I waited. Ryan quietly opened the door. I stabbed him hard in the shoulder. He yelped in pain but didn't fall. He grabbed my hair, threw me to the floor. I saw the long blade in his right hand, the blade that could end my life.
"You stupid bitch. Look what you've done now. I should have killed you
Before he could finish, Lauren, my sister, roused by the noise, grabbed a kitchen knife and ran upstairs. She pushed the knife into Ryan's neck. He fell with a thud beside me. I pushed him off, hugged Lauren, crying with relief. We called the police. At the station, they told us Ryan was dead, and they would investigate the women from the flash drive. And this is where I'm telling you my story. So, if you ever get a phone call at 3:17 a.m. from an unknown number, please answer it. And for God's sake, do exactly what it says. Because if I hadn't, I might have been another victim in that madman's gruesome collection.
The time 3:17 a.m. is far from random in this story. Across folklore and supernatural studies, the hours between 3 and 4 a.m. are often called the witching hour, or devil's hour, when the boundary between this world and the next is at its thinnest. The recurring phone calls at exactly 3:17 a.m. may symbolize a supernatural warning, a rare attempt to reach the protagonist from another realm or through unknown forces to prevent tragedy. The whispery, raspy voice serves as a chilling hallmark of many paranormal tales, often representing an otherworldly messenger who must be heeded. This story echoes many popular narratives on platforms like Reddit's No Sleep, including motifs such as hidden phones, secret video or photo evidence on USBs, and mysterious calls leading to terrifying discoveries. Digital evidence like texts and images is a common element in modern horror and thriller genres, anchoring supernatural fears in everyday technology, which lends the story authenticity and immediacy. Such elements amplify the emotional impact, the idea that anyone could uncover horrifying truths lurking beneath everyday appearances. The protagonist's emotional journey, from bliss to suspicion, heartbreak, and terror, well reflects typical psychological responses to betrayal and trauma. Feelings of being watched or haunted by those we trust represent deep internal conflicts and symptoms resembling post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Repeated appearances of eerie phenomena, like the exact time and whispering voice, can also be interpreted through psychological lenses, perhaps as manifestations of extreme stress or subconscious attempts to comprehend unfolding horrors. Alternatively, from a spiritual or metaphysical standpoint, these signs may represent protective forces or warnings beyond ordinary perception. So, what about you? If you were in the same situation as the protagonist, would you dare to answer a call at 3:17 a.m.? Do you believe in supernatural phenomena like this, or do you think it's just a coincidence? Feel free to share your thoughts, feelings, or any mysterious experiences you've had down in the comments below. I'd love to hear your spooky stories, theories, or analyses. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the Nightmare Investigator, so we can explore more terrifying and fascinating stories together. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.